20 jaar gelede is Alison Botha verkrag, haar keel oopgesny en sy is vir dood agtergelaat op 'n vullishoop buite Port Elizabeth. Maar Alison het oorleef en haar verhaal is steeds 'n inspirasie vir almal in Suid-Afrika. Die verwerking van haar boek I Have Life, Alison's Journey, deur Marianne Thamm is in Augustus op die planke in Sandton. Ons gesels vanoggend met die aktrise Suanne Braun en regisseur Maralin Vanrenen. En welkom julle.
Baie dankie.
Marianne, why did you decide to be part of the project?
With all the pandemic of violence in South Africa against women and children, and there was this constant stuff on the news about it all, and ministries saying we've got to do something about it, and nobody seemed to be doing anything. And I really felt I needed to, as a South African woman, to say something about it. And I've been looking for a vehicle in which to do this. And I wanted to also try and get a women's festival going on the 9th of August to celebrate these amazing women in our country. And a year ago, in July, I was in London and I had lunch with Suanne, and we were chatting about this and that, and she said she really wanted to come back to South Africa and do some stuff, and we'd worked together before quite a few times. And she mentioned this book, Alison, did you read it? And I said, no, I didn't at the time, but I do remember it. So I went home, but Suanne firstly told me about it, and the way she told me the story just gripped me. It just held me, and I thought, my heavens, this is powerful. So I came back to South Africa, found the book, read it, and decided there and then. I actually finished reading it on the day of Alison's birthday, and I just remember writing her an email, because it was at the back of the book, saying, I am so glad that you're alive. And from there it went. And so I needed to say something about what is happening in our country. Yeah.
Suanne, it must be a very demanding role. I'm sure it is it?
Dit is 'n ontsettende groot uitdaging. Maar jy weet, sy is so extraordinary vroumens. Sy is so wonderlik, en vir my was dit net baie belangrik om so 'n fantastiese projek te doen.
Hoe berei 'n mens voor vir so iets?
Wel, dis moeilik. Ons is baie gelukkig want sy is nog lewendig en she's been hands-on met die hele ding. So sy is fantasties. Ek kan vir haar bel. Ek voel so sy's 'n sissie vir my. Dis die weirdste ding. In fact, the day that we met her, I said it was the funniest thing. We looked at each other and kind of went, "Oh, you know, sister from another mother." But it's a first for me. It's an unusual thing to be acting a part knowing that the person is alive and sort of sitting right there in the auditorium, because she has come to watch some rehearsals. But every time, as Suanne, I get frightened and think, oh, I can't do this, I'm terrified, I then think, she actually did it. Come on, you know, suck it up, you can do this. Maar dit is moeilik, jy weet, dis 'n soos ek gesê het, 'n huge uitdaging. Maar een wat ek voel so, die hele ding voel vir my so belangrik. En ek het net geweet ek wil die ding doen en ek wil hierdie toneelstuk doen en ek is so baie bly dat ek nou die ding doen.
Marianne, what is your personal stamp in directing this, and is there a message that you want to convey to the public?
Well, yes, I think there is the message of change. Alison has this wonderful thing in her book about ABC, which is her philosophy, which is attitude, belief, and change, choice and change. And I think that's what it's about. We have to change attitudes. And I think by showing how somebody has overcome an enormous thing in their lives because she changed her attitude to how she believed. So yes, I do. My message is, come on, let's do something about this, and let's start changing our attitude so that people will change their attitude towards us. I think in the working situation, it's been a tricky thing, because you can't bombast the company too soon with, you know, the intensity of the piece.
Yeah.
So we've kind of done it in stages, like, you know, put the water, toe in the water, feel it, work it out a little bit. And we've actually done the same with Alison. She's been with us in rehearsal, and we gradually introduced her to things, and we spoke to her about stuff, and I explained how we were intending to do stuff. So it's stylized to a degree. There's going to be no horrendous anything, but we do.
It has to be honest.
Exactly.
Yet you can't go too intense because you don't want to alienate the audiences. Am I right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, Alison also has an incredible sense of humour. So all the way through, the text is peppered with her incredible humour, which is also one of the things I think that got her through it all.
The rest of the cast?
Well, we've got another woman who plays all the other female roles in the play. That is,
she's very busy.
She's very busy.
Baie besig. My ma, my vriendin.
Yes. That is Shailene Tobin.
Okay.
And then we have 3 wonderful actors, Zach Hendricks, an Afrikaanse actor. We've got David de Beer, and we've got Clayton Boyd. And they play all the male roles, some good and some bad.
Now, all the proceeds of the show, ticket sales, is that going towards anything specific?
Well, I think, yes, there are certain nights that go towards men and women against child abuse, and obviously any major profit that we make will go towards our charity.
Fantastic. Suanne, we haven't seen you in the country for quite a while. Dis nou 12 jaar laas wat jy bevoeg was in Suid-Afrika. Waarmee hou jy jouself besig intussen?
Wel, ek was die laaste 13 jaar in Londen, woon ek in Londen, en lots of theatre. Ek was op die verhoog in London in die West End met Mamma Mia en die musiekspel Cabaret, en ek het saam met Robert Lindsay in Onassis gespeel. Ek het Maria Callas gespeel, en ek doen nogal TV in Engeland. Weirdly, I work as an American in England.
Okay.
So that's quite weird, yeah, because I think of the 10 years I spent...
Maar jy kry seker baie kans om Afrikaans te praat in Londen?
Ja, dis waar. Jy weet, in Los Angeles kon ek baie Afrikaans praat, maar in Londen nie so baie nie. Jy weet, die mense kan nie skinder nie, dan verstaan hulle.
Ja.
Ja, en ek het nou net 'n fliek saam geskiet met Pierce Brosnan en Emma Thompson, so dit was wonderlik, en so ek is besig. Baie dankie.
Interessant.
Thankfully.
Exciting. Right, we've got 10 seconds left. Why should people come and see the show? Dit is by Sandton, Theatre on the Square.
Yes.
Ek dink mense is vuisfoos vir geweld. As hulle kyk in die koerante, hoekom het hulle hierdie show kom kyk?
I beg your pardon?
Why should they come and see it? Because it is a story about becoming the victor and not the victim. And I feel that it is such an uplifting story. And I promise you, I guarantee that you will come and see it. And rather than leaving going, oh, why did I come and see this? You will think, thank goodness I came and saw this. This is fantastic.
It's inspirational. It really is.
And she's going to be there.
Uplifting.
She's going to be there for large parts of it, yeah. And what better testament and living proof to something being extraordinary than being able to say at the end of the story and say, well, here she is, you know.
Sweet. So, thank you very much.
Baie dankie.
Thank you.
Baie dankie.
I Have Life, Alison's Journey, word van 6 tot 30 Augustus by die Theatre on the Square in Sandton opgevoer, bespreek by www.strictlytickets.co.za. Dit was die aktrise Suanne Braun en regisseur Maralin Vanrenen wat oor hulle betrokkenheid by die toneelstuk I Have Life, Alison's Journey gesels het. Dagbreek is net hierna weer terug.